I had so much sex when I was in high school where I would sneak out, take the car that my parents had bought for me to toot around town, to back and forth from school, and drive like into the city of St. Louis, like half an hour on the highway to just go like random dudes I knew from like meeting them at the quiz bowl or something like that, because I was the captain of my history bowl team.
I'm over here in the hospital, y'all, finna give birth to his child, and he over here questioning me, talking about, is this really his baby? Like, what are you talking about? Do you really think I'm sitting here have you up here at the hospital and everything with me just for nothing? Are you serious right now? What kind of baby dad does that right when we finna have this baby? Like, are you serious? You really gonna sit here and question baby talking about, oh, can you get DNA test? No, you're not getting no DNA test after this. I'm not doing that. This is your child. If you don't believe it's your child, then you could go ahead and go. I don't need you up here. Because all you're doing is stressing me out. Yeah, we are finna find out. And that's so weird for you to even be saying that, though. Why would you even say that? You don't never want to claim your kids. Why you never claiming your kids? Like, I don't be doing none of that cheating stuff or none of that. What are you doing? Bro, like, I'm sick of that. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing, bro, because I'm not getting no DNA test. So if he don't think it's his child, he just won't have a child. We don't really need you over here. He in here stressing me out. Like, look at me. I look a mess right now. And you over here doing all this extra stuff, stressing me out right now. Talking about you want DNA test. Okay. You gonna get a DNA test. You can really go ahead and go.
Am I the only one who thinks that this lady is being overly zealous in defending her chastity? If she has nothing to hide, why make such a scene? Just take the test and be done with it. The man is absolutely right. He simply wants to know if he is the real father. And it seems like he has some legitimate reasons to doubt. But this woman is willing to sacrifice her child's future just to keep the truth from coming out. I don't think you can sink any lower than that. Don't you agree?
Guys, don't forget to cheat on your boyfriend this weekend because he won't marry you at the end of the day. And he's also cheating. Trust me.
She belongs to the street.
Never forgive cheating. Stop making excuses, guys. Don't make excuses for anybody. A lot of you guys are out here making excuses for people's bad behavior. Oh, they were drunk. Oh, they were this, confused, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. I don't want to hear any excuses. Never forgive cheating. If someone cheats on you, end it and never talk to that person again. I don't care how beautiful the excuse was. I don't care if an alien came down from Mars, put a ray up your butt and told you to do it. I don't care. I don't care about your excuses. Drop.
I get so many women who want me to tell them it's okay to cheat. This is what they really want me to confirm that it's okay to cheat. It's always with the work husband, y'all. It's always with the work husband. I'm trying to tell you, men, if you get a woman and you send her off to work every day, she's going to get a work husband. And a lot of times it goes further than the work relationship, okay? Because I've done countless readings. Like, I'm here to tell you, I've done countless readings where the woman always gets the crush on a man, a coworker, or a boss, and they end up doing it. And the readings start off like, well, I like someone else, I'm attracted to someone else, am I wrong? Should I go for it? My husband don't pay me no attention anymore. This guy does everything. Should I do it? And they're asking me for permission, but the funny thing is they've already done it. They've already cheated.
This is simply astounding. You know, I don't think this is an axiom for every woman. It seems more like some absurd loophole for psychologists to justify their clients' behavior in their own eyes. And it seems to me that it's quite simple. If people love each other, nothing will stand in their way. But if there are problems in the relationship, reasons to end it will be conjured out of thin air. I believe many will agree with me, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments.
Women have with 100% assurance that when they are pregnant and they birth a child, it is theirs. They know it because they carried it and they pushed it through their body. So there's no confusion, which is fine. But men have some uncertainty in that area. It's entirely possible, and it happens, where women get impregnated by somebody else and then they point to that guy who could be the husband. He may not be the husband at that time, and says, that's the father. You're the father. This is yours. You stand up and man up.
I cheated on you.
How many times?
Like 17.
With how many different dudes?
Like 4 different guys.
And why is that?
Because he was kind of a shitty boyfriend and I wanted to.
Can't just leave him? Why didn't you leave him?
Because we were so in love.
Should you take a cheater back? Well, before you say anything, let me tell you that I've actually seen a few old couples where the cheater was given a second chance and it ended up working out for them. But in those cases, what I saw were 2 scenarios, and I want to share them with you. Scenario number 1. The woman stopped caring about what the man was doing in his free time as long as he always came back home to his family. But be aware that you take the risk that one day he may not come back. And scenario number 2 is where the cheater didn't get caught. He actually came forward and confessed his mistake and afterwards made sure to work on himself to never make that mistake again.
Yes, but I think not everyone can handle this. In most cases, cheating will lead to the destruction of the relationship. It takes a lot of effort to maintain a relationship. It's especially sad when women date different men, and then one of them falls into the trap of her pregnancy. And as we've already understood, there's a high chance the child won't be theirs.
I think family court is biased against men. In my experience of handling these cases all over New York State for plus 20 years, what I've seen is they don't usually get a break with child support. When it comes to custody and visitation, if they want to prove they're the best dad in the world, they need to really prove it. And with spousal support, a lot of times, if the wife is the moneyed spouse making a boatload more money, the judges will tell you, I don't care, I'm not giving him spousal support. Yet if the roles were reversed, it would be exactly the opposite. Just not fair. There's nothing in the law to say that anything is gender specific. It should be an equal playing field. It's getting better. It's better than it used to be 20 years ago, but it's still biased.
We recently had a paternity-related polygraph exam. A woman refused to allow herself or a new baby take a DNA test, but she claimed no one else could be the father except the current boyfriend. He was suspicious. She agreed to take a polygraph test. He named a couple of other guys. She denied them as having any relations with them in the period right before becoming pregnant. She failed over and over on one name. Ultimately, she confessed she did have relations with him right in that time period.
You guys, Tennessee has made it illegal to lie and put a baby on somebody. Let's talk about it. This new law passed in September of this year makes it a crime to commit paternity fraud. Under the language of the law, you cannot lie about who the father of your child is if you knew or should have known that they weren't the father and it was with the intent to deprive the actual father of his rights or so that you could get money. Now, there's been a lot of celebration about this law and outcry that this should be spread nationwide, but I don't think that the impact of this law is going to be as widespread as some may hope. Intent can be extremely difficult to prove, and here there are 2 layers of intent that would have to be proven. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't women who foolishly will say things like, I'm going to tell this person that they're the father so I can get child support. But I think that happens so few and far between that this impact is not going to be tremendous. I plan to follow these cases as they come about, so I'm curious to know what your thoughts are about this law.
I see this kind of thing online so often, and I genuinely don't understand why the law sides with these promiscuous women who can't even figure out who got them pregnant. It's horrifying. Don't you think it's high time to protect men's rights? Let's discuss this. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all these situations.